Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Daily Debate. My name is Ahmed Nader, and tonight we're going to focus on the visit of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to China and the attendance of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to the opening session of the 10th Ministerial Conference of the Arab-Chinese Cooperation Forum. And for this important topic, I'm honored to be having with me in the studio for tonight Minister Plenipotentiary, the Dr. Mongy Ali Badr, the board member of the Egyptian United Nations Association. Thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate.
Thanks, and good evening for you and your viewers.
Anytime. We'll be taking a quick break, so stay tuned. Welcome back. You're still watching the Daily Debate, and as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm honored to be having with me over the program is Dr. Mongy Ali Badr, the Minister Plenipotentiary and the board member of the Egyptian United Nations Association. Thank you very much once again for being with us tonight, as we will be focusing tonight on the visit of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to China and his participation in the opening session of the 10th Ministerial Conference of the Arab-Chinese Cooperation Forum. We will be having more details regarding this forum and, of course, the speech made by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi for today, as President al-Sisi praised the Egyptian-Chinese relations and the Arab-Chinese relations as they are considered a milestone of stability and establishing justice in the international system. Addressing the opening session of the 10th Ministerial Conference of the Arab-Chinese Cooperation Forum in Beijing, President al-Sisi commended the international community on working to provide immediate and sustainable relief of the humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip. But we'll be starting, of course, with the Minister Plenipotentiary, Dr. Mongy Ali Badr, as we have seen the statements made by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and an important visit by His Excellency President al-Sisi and a lot of meetings during such a specific and significant visit. How do you see the importance, first of all, of the participation of President al-Sisi in this forum?
In fact, I can say that His Excellency Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi confirmed again his interest to develop and strengthen economic relations with Southeast of Asia, especially China. Number two, we used to say economy leads the policy. This is what we apply, and this is what Mr. President try to stress on economic affairs. Number three, we mentioned many times that AI, or artificial intelligence, and IT start to develop in Western countries. Unfortunately, Western countries still keep the secrets of this advanced technology.
Yes.
But on the other, the only exception in AI and IT is China. So it's very easy to cooperate with China in this sector, because AI and the IT is the future of economy. Number three, we can consider this Arab-China Forum as cooperation between South-South or South-South cooperation.
Yes.
Number three, if we go in reality, you are going to discover that China is the main trade partner with Egypt for around 12 years. And also, we consider China is the biggest trade partner with Gulf countries. And they are planning to reach only an energy sector $400 billion in 2035. Number four, we try to be Egypt as a leader of Arab countries in regional negotiation. Because of what? You can notice that His Excellency Mr. President or the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Egypt, when we talk We talk about bilateral relation, regional relation, and international relation. Number 5, we never forget Africa.
Yes.
We used to defend the right of Africa to be developed countries and also to improve its infrastructure, and moreover to have a link between African countries, because moving from country to another country in Africa, it's very, very difficult. So that's why we concentrate on infrastructure. Fortunately, China, in its cooperation with African countries, they start with infrastructure, and they constructed a lot of roads, a lot of bridge in African countries. They are, or China specifically, they are concentrate on partnership manner. It's not bilateral, it's not bilateral relation or how to maximize your interest or your benefits. No, they are using partnership in its relation with African countries. The last point,
yes,
going back to foreign policy of China, they used to set up its foreign relation with a group of countries. They prefer group of countries first, and after that bilateral countries. So we go back to our forum. Our forum was started in 2004 in Cairo, and this, it was under the umbrella of Arab League. So the relation started between China and the Arab League.
Doctor, allow me to be going to the first report, which has a lot of information. As you mentioned, that it had started in 2004 in Cairo for the benefit, of course, of China and the Arab states, and more specifically for Egypt as well. We'll be heading to the first report of the daily debate for tonight, which focuses on the participation of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in the opening session of the 10th conference of the Arab-Chinese conference, or the cooperation conference. We'll be having more details regarding such a forum and the statements made by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi for today regarding China, the bilateral relations between Egypt and China, and of course, as Dr. Mongy said, between China and the Arab states in general, and for Gaza in specific. We'll be having more details in the upcoming reports, so stay tuned.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi praised on Thursday the Egyptian-Chinese relations and the Arab-Chinese relations, as they are considered a milestone of stability and establishing justice in the international system. Addressing the opening session of the 10th Ministerial Conference of the Arab-Chinese Cooperation Forum in Beijing, President al-Sisi commanded the international community to work to provide immediate and sustainable relief of humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip. The head of state also called for confronting all attempts of forced displacement of Palestinians from their homeland. President al-Sisi stressed that the Arab water security issue is a top priority in future cooperation with the Arab-Chinese Forum, as it is considered an existential threat. The head of state further called for a serious and immediate commitment to the two-state solution and the recognition of the Palestinians' legitimate right to an independent state. On the sidelines of the 10th Ministerial Conference of the Arab-Chinese Cooperation Forum in Beijing, President al-Sisi also met on Thursday with the head of the Chinese State Council, Li Qiang. Presidential spokesman said the meeting focused on discussing cooperation between Egypt and China and aspirations to advance relations in various fields within the framework of comprehensive strategic partnership between the two countries. President al-Sisi asserted Egypt's appreciation for China's contribution over the past years in supporting development projects in Egypt. Egypt is looking forward to improve relations and start new phase based on advancing efforts to localize industry, transfer technology, and benefit from the promising capabilities of Egypt in this context. Earlier on Wednesday, President al-Sisi held summit talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing. The two leaders discussed ways to boost bilateral relations as well as a number of regional and international issues of common concern, on top of which is the war in Gaza and means of regaining stability in the region. President al-Sisi stressed the importance of stopping the war in Gaza and the military operation in Rafah. Meanwhile, the Chinese president praised Egypt's efforts to achieve calm and transfer humanitarian humanitarian aid into Gaza. The two leaders agreed on the importance of ceasefire in Gaza, the refusal of forced displacement of the Palestinians outside their lands, stressing that the two-state solution is the main guarantee to restore regional security and stability. President al-Sisi and China's President Xi Jinping also witnessed the signing ceremony of a number of agreements and memoranda of mutual cooperation in various fields. The signed agreements included a joint development plan for the Belt and Road Initiative. The agreements also included boosting cooperation in technological inventions, information and telecom technology. Moreover, President al-Sisi visited the monument to the People's Heroes on Tiananmen Square and laid a wreath at the monument in Beijing. The head of state also met with the head of the Chinese Standing Committee of the National People's Congress, Zhou Li. The head of state also met with the head of the Chinese Standing Committee of the National People's Congress. The meeting tackled the great development in the Egyptian-Chinese relations and the distinguished relations between the parliaments of the two countries. The meeting also tackled ways to boost cooperation in all fields as well as the exchange of developmental expertise between the two friendly peoples. For his part, the Chinese official praised the historical relations with Egypt, stressing his country's keenness to boost joint cooperation.
Welcome back. You're still watching the Daily Debate, and I am honored to be having with me for today Dr. Mongy Ali Badruddin, Minister Plenipotentiary and the board member of the Egyptian United Nations Association. Dr. Mongy, we were speaking about the forum itself for the benefit of China, for the benefit of the Arab states, and for the benefit of Egypt as well. During the report, we have heard about the information about the details of the visit of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and there was a significant meeting between the Egyptian and the Chinese presidents, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping. How do you see the importance of such a meeting, especially with the important topics that were discussed?
You know, we used to mention that in international or regional convention or meeting, the most important of this to set up or to arrange for bilateral meeting with your counterpart. This is the most important. So the meeting between His Excellency Mr. Sisi and Xi Jinping, in fact, it's reflect their satisfaction about the development of relation between Egypt and China. As you maybe know, that Egypt was the first Arab and African countries admitted with China. It was 1956. Number two, Egypt defended China on 1971 to restore its seats in United Nations. Number three, Egypt is a pioneer in that Belt and Road Initiative.
Yes.
On the other side, China supported Egypt on January 2011 and also in June 2013, and express that China rejecting any interference in internal affairs. Number two, there is a good cooperation in military aspect. Number two, and also there is a good relations in infrastructure. You know that the Chinese companies which constructed that iconic tower.
Yes.
And also electric train.
Yes.
And also they have industrial zone in El Ain al-Sukhna, and they are planning to have another one in North Sahel or Mediterranean Sea. Okay. And according to information, till now it's not confirmed information that the volume of this investment in Mediterranean Sea may exceed the volume of investment of Ras Al Hikmah. So this will help you to change economic or Egyptian economy from service sector to industry.
Yes.
And industry, as you know, it help to develop culture and to increase GDP and also to increase Egyptian export and to import technology and experience. And this step, we hope it will help Egypt to have running income from hard currency. Number two,
Yes.
it will help you to have experience in artificial intelligence. Number three, Chinese side, in fact, this cooperation will help benefit to economy of China because of what? Western countries now, they are putting restrictions on export of China. So China try to find a way with Egypt to to find a way to export its products to Europe and America without restrictions. And this, in fact, they are very intelligent in this side. Number two, the meeting between the two presidents expressed firmly about the right of Palestinians to have a separate state. And also, they call Israel and America to stop this aggression against our brother in Gaza Strip. And also, they call for immediate ceasefire and to respect the resolution of United Nations and also the International Court.
Yes, regarding the Palestinian cause and the discussions that took place between the two presidents, President Al-Sisi and the Chinese President Xi Jinping, regarding the Palestinian cause and to be implementing a two-state solution for the benefit of Palestine. How do you think the cooperation between Egypt and China could be leading to a two-state solution and, as you mentioned, Doctor, to be having a safe passage of humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip?
In fact, China succeeded to solve a big conflict between Saudi Arabia and Iran. And maybe it will succeed again in Middle East. But you know, China on a side and America on the other side, because America, they are supporting Israel 100%, and China, they are dealing with this issue in very wise way, and they concentrate on peace. The president of China, he mentions that he is going to call for an international conference for peace in Middle East. And I watched King Hamad of Bahrain.
Yes,
he mentions that he is ready to host this peace conference.
Yes.
And it's very good step. Moreover, that China, they declared that they are going to support financially Gaza Strip, and they are going to participate in restructuring of Gaza. All this, maybe we consider this as a pressure on Israel to be a little bit more wise, because aggression and war never ever have a good result, not for Israeli people or for Palestinian people. We call them to be wise and also to concentrate on their economic development at their home. And Israel, it's a country between Arab countries, and they never ever can live without good relation, peace relation with Arab countries. Egypt, in fact, they are calling for peace, and they are calling for humanitarian aid to come into Gaza Strip. And also, even, we are very patient with Israeli aggression, and also we are very patient about their movement close to our borders.
Yes.
Egypt never ever think in war, but if they are exaggeration, we are ready.
Yes, Doctor, allow me to be going to the other report of the daily debate for tonight, which focuses on the participation of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in the 10th Ministerial Conference of the China Arab States Cooperation Forum. We will be having more details in the upcoming reports. Stay tuned.
The relationship between Egypt and China has been excellent since the inception of bilateral relations several decades ago. The two sides have established diplomatic relations in May 1956, but in fact, bilateral relations have been time-honored and well established for years and years before that date. The strategic and political benefits of close relations between Egypt and China include establishing strategic partnership, which will pave the way for more projects to develop Egypt as a major country in the Middle East and North Africa, as well as the establishment of logistical projects and areas of ships, services and industries related to maritime transportation along the Suez Canal axis to take advantage of Chinese Silk Road and the new Suez Canal to activate trade with world countries. Features of Egyptian-Chinese relations strategy. Egyptian-Chinese relations have been progressing in all fields over the past 6 decades. These relationships have proven their ability to cope up with international, regional and internal developments. The two countries also adopt compatible policies in terms of working for peace in all parts of the world, calling for democratization of international relations and establishing fair and just political and economic world order that is based on mutual respect between countries. The two countries adhere to the principle of non-interference in the internal affairs of other countries and seek to resolve conflicts through peaceful means. This policy is reflected in the stances towards each other in various international forums, especially regarding regional and international disputes. Egypt confirms its firm position that there is one state of China, which is the People's Republic of China, the PRC, while China has adopted a stand in favor of the choice of the Egyptian people during the past 5 years and has repeatedly declared its rejection of any foreign interference in the Egyptian affairs. We clarify in the following the features of Egyptian-Chinese relations strategy. China seeks to benefit from the advantages enjoyed by Egypt, including a huge market, which includes about 90 million consumers. Also, Egypt could be the gateway for Chinese products to several other markets, such as the European Union, COMESA member states, Arab countries, and the United States.
Welcome back. You're still watching the Daily Debate. Dr. Mongy Ali Badr, as we have mentioned and discussed, the bilateral relations between Egypt and China and the meeting that took place between President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the Chinese President Xi Jinping. I would like to shed more light on the opportunities, the economic opportunities between Egypt and China, as President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi had a lot of discussions, a lot of meetings with a lot of businessmen from China to be having opportunities of investment in Egypt in the future.
I can say that the bilateral meeting between the two presidents, I can stress and confirm it will be a cornerstone in Egypt-China economic relation. I can confirm to you that it will be more investment or more China investment will come to Egyptian market.
Yes.
Also, the two presidents express their desire to increase the bilateral visit between the high-level officials in the two countries, even in legislative sector. Also, for the meeting between Mr. President and the business community in China, in fact, we consider, because I saw Mr. President many times when I was with him, he is very clever in negotiation. He is the best negotiator in Egypt to convince the counterpart to come to Egypt.
Yes.
And also he used to mention, I'm ready to facilitate any obstacles in front of you. And also he mentioned to, he used to mention that the Egyptian market, it's not only 100 million person. No, we have a trade agreement with 1 billion and 250 million person with Europe, with America, with Latin America, with Arab countries, with African countries. So it's a huge market in Egypt. Number two, we consider that investment law in Egypt one of the best law globally, and he grant many facilities to foreign investors. This I'm going to confirm this for you.
Yes.
That in an international conference in United Arab Emirates last week, Egypt won the first country in North Africa and the Middle East in attracting foreign direct investment for 6 years. This proved to you that we are on the right track, and also convince any man in Egypt or outside Egypt that the infrastructure which we spent more than 10 billion Egyptian pounds now, it will help to attract more investment. We would like to encourage partnership between private sector in Egypt and also private sector in China. Not only in classic sector, but also we would like to think in sectors with high value added, like IT, chemicals, space economy, and also artificial intelligence, and also in medicine, electric industries. They are very unique in this sector. I can say also, or I add more other fields, that infrastructure, transportation, railways, shipbuilding, constructions, investment in space science, and also in financial or in financial sector.
Yes.
In fact, we have Egyptian China TIDA industrial zone in Suez Canal. This company invests more than $1 billion in Egypt. So we have Chinese investment in Suez Canal zone, Ain al-Sukhna, and also they are thinking to go to Mediterranean Sea.
Yes, all of those are opportunities, and of course we'll be having more achievements in the future. Dr. Mongy Ali Badr, allow me to be going to the third and final report of the daily debate for tonight, which focuses on the Egyptian strategic relationship with China as an opportunity and the achievements that were already done in the past. We'll be having more details in the upcoming reports. Stay tuned.
The 10th Ministerial Conference of the China-Arab States Cooperation Forum is held in Beijing on May 30th, 2024. The forum features the participation of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Bahrain King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, Tunisia's President Qais Said, and the United Arab Emirates President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, all of whom will pay state visits to China from May 28th till June 1st. The attendance of 4 heads of state of Arab countries to the opening ceremony of the conference fully reflects the solidarity and cooperation between China and Arab countries, underscoring the willingness of pushing the China-Arab relations to the new stage. Foreign ministers, representatives of the Arab states, and the Secretary General of the Arab League also attended the forum. This year, the China-Arab States Cooperation Forum marks the forum's 20th anniversary as a significant milestone in bilateral cooperation. The China-Arab States Cooperation Forum, CASCF, serves as a crucial platform for dialogue and collaboration between Arab nations and China. The forum was founded in September 2004. When the founding document was signed at the headquarters of the League of Arab States in Cairo, following a visit by the Chinese president at the time. The China-Arab States Cooperation Forum has made remarkable achievements since its establishment 20 years ago, and has yielded important outcomes in multiple aspects under the care and attention of both sides' leaders. China's relationship with many Arab states has developed from a partnership to a strategic cooperative relationship, and further upgraded to a strategic partnership, achieving leapfrog development. The China-Arab States Cooperation Forum, the CASCF, was established in 2004 during a visit by Chinese President Hu Jintao to the Arab League headquarters in Cairo, Egypt. At the end of the meeting, Foreign Minister Li Zhaoqing and Secretary General Amr Moussa jointly announced the establishment of the China-Arab Cooperation Forum and issued the communique on the establishment of the China-Arab Cooperation Forum. The conference this year focuses on conducting in-depth discussions on implementing leaders' common understandings, expanding China-Arab cooperation in various fields, and accelerating the building of a China-Arab community with a shared future, adding that specific measures will be studied at the conference. The conference adopted a number of outcome documents which will further build consensus between China and Arab states, plan for cooperation in the next stage, and make a common voice of China and Arab states on the Palestinian question. The conference also discusses establishing peace between the Palestinians and Israelis and supporting the two-state solution.
Welcome back. You're still watching the daily debate. Dr. Mongy Ali Badr, of course, we have seen over the past report more information about the achievements between Egypt and China, and of course the level of cooperation between the two countries in terms of the strategic partnership between the two states and the possible opportunities for the future. How do you see the importance of having more cooperation between Egypt and China, between China and the Arab states in general, and of course between China and the Gulf states as well?
In a few minutes, number one. Between China and Africa, in fact, we consider the relation with Africa as the third side of the triangle of this relation. And Egypt used to push the relation between China and Africa in infrastructure sector. Between Arab countries, they have traditional relation with China, and as we mentioned, they are expecting more than $400 billion in 2035 in one sector, in energy. Number three, I would like to mention some figures. The total China investment in Egypt, more than $9 billion. The volume of trade between Egypt and China is around $20 billion. Also, I would like to mention to another topic between His Excellency Sisi and Mr. Beng, that there is a proposal from China to establish an international day for the dialogue among the civilization in June from each year. And Egypt, they are supporting this proposal because we are a country with civilization and they are the same. Also, I would like to mention that Chinese President, Mr. Beng, he appreciated very much the initiative of Haya Karima. And he mentions that it's very good programs, and the developing country can copy this initiative, and this it will increase or develop the standard of life in countryside. Another point I would like to mention that Egypt since 2022, it's a member in Shanghai Cooperation Organization as a dialogue partner. Moreover, Egypt is a member in BRICS, and also Egypt is a member of Asian Bank for Infrastructure and the new Bank of Asia.
Yes, Dr. Mongy, of course, we have run out of time.
Let me mention the last point, which Mr. President Sisi, he stressed. It's what we call the Arab water security, and I'm going to stress about we will not allow anything that would harm security and stability in our countries and the people related water security. And it's a clear message to our brother in Ethiopia that this it's a red line.
Yes, Minister Plenipotentiary Dr. Mongy Ali Badr is the board member of the Egyptian United Nations Association. Thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate.
It's my pleasure. Good night.
The pleasure is all mine. And this brings us to the end of the Daily Debate for tonight. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.